Hi, this is a screencast explaining single sign-on feature being developed in Katello. So let's start with a quick overview of a scheme we use to achieve single sign-on. We use OpenID with our custom OpenID provider called SSO. Every client application is called relay party. Usually, when you use OpenID for authentication, you must specify your OpenID identifier on relay party, and then you are redirected to OpenID provider where you enter your password. However, we made a modification to the scheme so you enter both your username and password on side of OpenID provider, and that's why we use our custom OpenID provider. Let's look at it in more details. Assuming we have a user that wants to log in to a relay party, since he's not logged in, we redirect him to SSO app that displays login form. User enters his username and password. Single sign-on application then authenticates user, logs him into a SSO app, stores his username to a cookie, and redirect him back to relay party. From relay party point of view, user is still not logged in, but relay party now knows username and it can construct OpenID identifier. So once we have this identifier, we can use casual OpenID authentication request, which redirects user again to single sign-on application. And since user is already logged in SSO application, it answers positively and redirect user back to relay party, which can log him in immediately. Single sign-on authentication is currently handled by Katello because it has database of all users. Depending on Katello configurations, user can be authenticated against LDAP or Katello internal database. In this case, user wants to log into Foreman, so he's redirected to a single sign-on application and it makes a request to Katello. Katello authenticates user based on credentials against LDAP, and then single sign-on is or redirects the user to a Foreman. On this wiki page, you can find more details about the process, namely all use cases of what can happen when a user is logged in one system and not in another one, and what can happen if user changes his cookie and so on. So if you are interested, please have a look. So let's stop talking about boring theory and let's have a look what we have so far. So as you can see, I have Katello here running on port 3000, Foreman using port 3001, and simple sign-on application, our custom OpenID provider, running on port 3002. So in order to use single sign-on, we have to enable this in both Katello and Foreman. In case of Katello, it means to change default configuration and say that we want to use single sign-on, and of course restart the server. And in case of Foreman, we have to log in to a system and change the configuration there. Note that I used 7 characters long password, and then later you will see I'll use another one for login. So in here there's a new option, so let's say it's true. And now when I log out from Foreman, I should be immediately redirected to a single sign-on because I should log in again. So yes, you can see that the address changed to port 3002, so I'm redirected to our OpenID provider, and here you can see that there's a return URL where should I be redirected when once I log in. So if we look at cookies that are created so far, we can see that we have a session for every application. This one stands for Foreman, this is Katello, and this is this single sign-on application session. So once I log in, and notice here I have a password of 5 characters, and it's a password in Katello database for user admin. So when I log in, there will be created a new cookie called username with the value of my username. Then I was redirected back to a Foreman, and it constructed OpenID identifier based on this cookie, and then a new redirect was made for OpenID provider, and it answered using OpenID protocol, and then Foreman logged me in as admin user. Now let's have a look at Katello. Again, if we look at cookies, we can see that there's already a cookie called username. So now when I enter Katello again, I will be redirected to a single sign-on application, and then when I'm on the single sign-on application, I'm already logged in, so I'm immediately redirected back to Katello, and Katello logged me in as admin user. Here on the side of single sign-on application, you can see that I'm already logged in as admin. So that's basically it. One more thing to mention is logging out. Suppose I log out from Foreman and I would be redirected to login form again, and it would again redirect me to single sign-on, and this means it would log me in immediately. So when you want to sign out, you have to also log out from single sign-on, so you don't get logged in immediately. So when I sign out from Foreman, I am also signed out from single sign-on application. Then I'm redirected back to Foreman, and because I'm not logged in Foreman, I'm again redirected back to single sign-on, so I can log in again. In Katello, I'm still logged in, so you can see that I was not logged out. But when I log out, Katello has this special logout page, so to log in I'm not automatically redirected to single sign-on, but I have to click this link, and again it redirected me back to a single sign-on. And you can see that there's also pre-filled name admin because a cookie still exists, so I can log in again. So that's it. Hope you like it.